Please be seated. Honourable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honourable Members of Cabinet, Your Worship Kerry Breedy Prince, Mayor of Portsmouth, Permanent Secretaries, Dr. Arvin N. Bagapur, Chairman of the Board of Axom, Mr. Kerry James, President of Axom, Dr. Ramin Ahmadi, Dean and Chief Academic Officer of Axom, Mr. Daniel Broomfield, President of the Student Government Association, staff and faculty of Axom, students of Axom, other invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honour to welcome you all to this special occasion, our fifth White Coat ceremony. For the class of 2029, this ceremony is more than a milestone. It really is a symbol to our new students of their entry as a trainee into the medical profession and the responsibilities that come with it. The White Coat ceremony is a tradition celebrated at almost every US medical school and by many others worldwide. The first ceremony of this type, in which you are now participating, was held in 1993 at Columbia University in New York. Its purpose, like ours is today, was to emphasize the importance of compassion, collaboration, and scientific excellence in patient care from the very first day of training. Today's ceremony is supported by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation. Our thanks go to the foundation for their generosity in the donation to Axom of the AP Gold Humanism in Medicine pins that you all are wearing on your white coat, a reminder of the core humanistic values that underpin the profession of this ceremony. Now, on to the business of the day. Firstly, I would like to welcome to the podium Mr. Kerry James, President of Axom, who will deliver his welcome remarks. Mr. James.
Thank you, Dr. White. Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, honorable members of Cabinet, Your Worship, Kerry Breedy Prince, Mayor of Portsmouth, Permanent Secretaries, Dr. Arvin Bagapur, Chairman of the Board of American Canadian School of Medicine, Dr. Ramin Ahmadi, Dean and Chief Academic Officer of American Canadian School of Medicine, Mr. Daniel Broomfield, President of the Student Government Association, staff of American Canadian School of Medicine, students of American Canadian School of Medicine, invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today marks a meaningful milestone, the beginning of your journey in medicine. The white coat you receive today is more than a symbol. It represents responsibility, service, and a future defined by knowledge, compassion, and purpose. You join American Canadian School of Medicine at a time of rapid progress. Just in the past year, our student body has doubled. Our students are now beginning clinical training in the United States, starting in California and expanding to a clinical campus in Pennsylvania this winter. We've seen strong USMLE Step 1 results and welcomed our most competitive class to date, yours. We are a nonprofit, mission-driven institution. We are not owned by private equity or accountable to investors. We are governed by an independent board of trustees, committed to academic quality and access, not profit. That allows us to prioritize our students, the patients that you will see, and the long-term impact that you will have on the profession. From the beginning, our school was designed to be different. Our founder, Dr. Arvind Bhagapur, sat in these very seats as a student, earning his MD in a different time at a different school, but with the same incredible experience of studying medicine in Dominica. Late into the night, he would sit in this classroom and ask himself, what would I do differently? How could I make medical education better? What is missing? What is great and worth preserving? Those reflections helped shape the foundation of American Canadian School of Medicine. And I look to our founding dean, Dr. Amati, trained in internal medicine at Yale, former program director of internal medicine at Yale Griffin, founder of multiple residency programs in internal medicine and primary care in Connecticut and Florida. He was responsible for establishing the first Canadian accredited residency program outside of Canada, a pretty incredible thing, first in the world. That is the kind of leadership that we have. This leadership is rare, and it defines who we are. Thank you. When we say Axum was founded by physicians for physicians, it's not a slogan, it is a guiding principle, and it makes all the difference. Our teaching model reflects the very best of U.S. and Canadian medical education. You will not sit in long lectures. Our physician faculty, each a practicing physician, are trained to guide you through case-based, clinically integrated small group learning. You will work in teams of 10 with clear objectives and any number of advanced tools that are online and integrated into our learning management system. This flipped classroom model means you'll come prepared every day to solve real clinical problems, not memorize disconnected facts. This is not mass production. This is rigorous, personalized, modern education designed for how medicine is actually practiced. Axum has been able to accomplish all this while keeping tuition stable for 3 years. This is, after all, also a story of access. Even in the face of global inflation. How is that possible? Because of how we were built, how we were designed from the ground up. Our school was supported by private benefactors, such as Dr. Bhagapur, and by a transformative partnership with the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica, who provided Axum with a $100 million purpose-built campus that we sit in on this very day. Ready for training before our first student ever arrived. We are proud to call Dominica home and are deeply grateful for the public trust and support that we have received. Thank you. Axum is a story of access, so I should also mention developments in student financial aid. I know there's been great concern growing across the United States about massive changes to the federal student loan system, and they are very real. Students now see their undergraduate debt counted against their ability to borrow for medical school. There is real fear about whether the next generation of physicians will even be able to afford their medical training. But we've planned ahead. After 2 years of hard work and searching, we are launching a new, competitive loan program with Education Investment Group. And so that means that eligible U.S. and Canadian students can now receive outside financial aid. It offers support across all 4 years of medical school, regardless of prior undergraduate debt. You know that you will be supported for each of these next 4 years. We are committed to building a campus community made up of the most deserving students, not just the most fortunate. Axum is open to all those with the ability, compassion, and determination to become physicians. We never want a student to have to choose between Axum's tailored educational excellence and a lesser experience simply because of finances. Today is the day of your white coat, a celebration of you, but I would be remiss if I didn't say this clearly. It is my responsibility to ensure that you are fully supported. If the that means in the classroom and outside of the classroom, in the community and with the funding you need to succeed. Nothing should stand between you and your MD except for your hard work and our ability to support you in it. To our students, your presence here today is the result of your talent and your effort, but it is also the result of the sacrifices and dreams of your parents and grandparents and all those who came before them. Their legacy echoes through the ages and travels with you into this room. And now you will begin to build your own. The knowledge and the compassion you develop here will live on in the lives that you touch and in the patients whose lives you will one day hold in your hands. Wear your white coat with pride, wear it with purpose, and never forget the privilege and the responsibility it represents. Welcome to American Canadian School of Medicine, and welcome to your new profession. Thank you.
So moving on, thank you, Mr. James, for your inspirational comments. I now warmly welcome to the podium our Dean and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Amadi. Dr. Amadi.
Thank you. Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, honorable members of Cabinet, Your Worship Carrie Brady Prince, Mayor of Portsmouth, Permanent Secretaries, Dr. Arvind Bhagarpur, Chairman of the Board of AXOM, Zachary James, President of AXOM. I can skip mine. Mr. Daniel Broomfield, President of the Student Government Association, staff of AXOM, students of AXOM, families of the student who are present today in this momentous occasion, members of media, ladies and gentlemen. But I am going to give you some updates and really express my appreciation for all of the people who have so far contributed so much to our success. So I'd like to start my remarks with welcoming and congratulating the class of 2029. Today, this is all about you. And I want you to remember that your success is partly, if not entirely, supported by your families, your loved ones, and they really, some of them I know are here. They, I am sure they are like us and yourself filled with joy and pride to see this day. Remember your family, remember your community. They contributed to your success and they're going to be there for you. We have a very diverse group this year. We have students from California, from New York, from the South and from the North, from the Yale to the Arizona state, to be from the Maryland to California, University of California. So this is a very diverse group, Canadian students who are coming from Toronto to Calgary. We have a wonderful representation of the entire North American map among these young future physicians. We are very proud of that. We are proud of that diversity, and we know that that means that ambassadors of this school are going to be essentially in the entire country representing us in the future. I need to next express my gratitude for the support of the government as well. And I want to say this really from the bottom of my heart. As many of you might know, I am a refugee from Iran, and I spent a lot of time in Europe and United States. And in my life, I never came across a government and until I got here to Dominica, across a government who was so supportive and mindful of medical education and education of physicians. And Mr. Prime Minister, I mentioned United States and Europe, not just Iran, so you know my standards are not low. This has been a wonderful experience, and we are truly grateful for it. I want to also thank the President of the country and what they have done in terms of support for us and our community engagement and engagement with the indigenous community here in the country. We have had a really wonderful success of connecting to the community, and we plan to do more of it. We are working on developing the first university clinic this year here on campus. We have already seen patients coming here to campus and being seen by our faculty and students. This is part of our mission to help improve the health network, particularly the primary care health network of Dominica. Next, let me recognize our faculty. And if I may ask our faculty to stand, this is a very special group. Thank you very much for all you have done this last year. You can sit. Two of our faculty members, in fact, Dr. Abiola Omadan was invited at American Association of Clinical Anatomists in Seattle and presented a number of our university partners in Canada. Dr. Alina Muhammad-Shina represented us at the Science Summit of 79th session of United Nations General Assembly. She was invited speaker for the Global Mental Health Day. So, although we are a young school, the name is getting around. The faculty was asked by me essentially last year to be productive. I want to say that they have been very productive. Some have been also reproductive. Two of our faculty, Michael and Sophia, this December will be giving birth to their first axon baby. We will miss them for their maternity and paternity leave, unfortunately, and we would be counting down the days for them to return and join us again with the baby. I did ask them to call the baby Axon. They refused. So the class of 2027 is the first class that took their USMLE Step 1. They will be starting their clinical rotations this year at our clinical campus in Palm Springs, California. This is a desert region medical center. It's a tertiary care center which has 387 beds, more than 300 physicians and 40 specialties, with residencies in internal medicine, surgery, emergency medicine, family medicine, and a number of fellowships, particularly in critical care and obstetric gynecology and ultrasound. This is has been a massive opportunity for us. We are grateful for this partnership, and we hope that many of you, particularly those who are coming from California, feel that this is a clinical rotation close to home, but also a very high quality clinical education that you will receive. We also have reached an agreement with the Trinity Mid-Atlantic system with St. Mary's and Lazareth Hospital in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. St. Mary's is a 371-bed hospital with internal medicine residencies. Nazareth Hospital, a 160-bed hospital with residencies in emergency medicine, in internal medicine, general surgery, ophthalmology, and number of fellowships in cardiology and oncology. A very rich, again, clinical campus for those who want to be on the East Coast. We are working on reaching an agreement, and we are very close with a major health system in Canada, in Toronto, and we will announce that hopefully very soon, so that our Canadian graduates have also something close to home to go to for their clinical rotations. These clinical campuses have been a major accomplishment of the school this last year. So I'm really delighted to give you that news, and I want you to know that we are going to work relentlessly to create a couple of more of these clinical campuses without compromising any quality of your medical education. Now, back to our class of 2029. Of course, by the time that you get to your clinical rotations, you're going to have a lot of options. I know that our keynote speaker is going to directly talk about the responsibilities that's going to be on your shoulders as a physician. I want you to remember also that being a physician means to have significant social responsibility. You are the one who's going to be advocating for the poor, for the underserved, and for those who cannot advocate for themselves. That is your mission, healing and standing up for your patients. I look forward to working with you in this next 4 years, and I hope that you will enjoy and blossom at Axon. Thank you. Now, I know you expect me to go sit down, but I was told not to. So I am going to introduce our keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker, Dr. Arvind Bhagarpur, the chair of our board and the founder of our school, is someone actually very close and dear to my heart. Dr. Bhagarpur was one of my medical students. That does not mean I'm very old. It's just, I just want you to know. Was one of my medical students at Yale and at Griffin Hospital, and he went on to do his radiology and interventional radiology fellowship at Cleveland Clinic. He has been a fantastic educator, as well as has a great deal of skills in creating institutions and programs. His leadership has brought us here to this point, and I'm delighted to have him be our keynote speaker today. Dr. Bhagarpur.
Salutations. I think my mic's on already. Okay, salutations. Thank you for everybody attending to the 5th Annual White Coat Ceremony. Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, honorable members of the Cabinet, Your Worship Carrie Breedy Prince, Mayor of Portsmouth, permanent secretaries, Mr. Kerry James, Dr. Rami Ahmadi, Mr. Daniel Bloomfield, President of the SGA, staff of Axon, students of Axon, future students of Axon, invited guests, family members, members of the media, and ladies and gentlemen. I want to start, is this going to go on? Okay. I want to start so we don't forget about some of the things that we've gone through in this last several years. And COVID being a major healthcare pandemic while you all were going and doing your pre-meds and prerequisites, and it's not easy. So I'm going to start off with a small trailer to just remind everybody, because it's so easy to forget because it's 2-3 years ago, what we were all going through, and then I'll start my speech about where and what I think about the next steps in your education.
To keep it together. I have kids who can't see me fall apart. He has to come home. He has no choice.
And just let my fear be my strength, because I know one day I'm gonna be with my wife and my baby.
It is because of you that we are going to make it through.
You are more than just a doctor. You do it from the heart.
Every time you see the COVID patient, you can't help but say, damn, this can easily be my mom.
Each one is getting harder and harder.
It's tough to see people constantly have to suffer. When we started chanting, I literally felt like my breath was stripped away. I also heard all the times my patients said, I can't breathe.
Guys, we need some help in here now.
I have a pulse. I have a pulse right here. Pulse. What we've been doing here over the last number of weeks is extraordinary and special. And you are fearful, you are stressed, but you raise the bar each and every day that you get up and come to work.
We weren't made for this, but I think this made us.
I'm tired of seeing people like you in the hospital. Your family cares about you. You got people who care about you.
It probably brings back a lot of memories of what we all went through. Many of us lost loved ones, lost friends, family members. I lost partners in practices that I worked with in my clinical practice. And, but yet, society and everybody endured, and we came up with a cure. So today I'm going to talk about the moment that you step forward. Maybe I should turn this off. Can you turn this one off? Okay, it's off. Okay. So you just saw the storm that happened. There was heartbreak. There was a lot of sacrifices, a lot of humanity, but also at the end, everybody rose up. I want to speak clearly to you today about that. And this coat that I'm wearing that you all are going to be putting on today, it's not a costume, it's not made as a trophy, it's not for photos. It really is a promise to serve when it's hard, a promise to carry others when they can't carry themselves, and a promise to lead when the world is lost. You chose this profession at a time where everything was collapsing around us. You came of age, not in a time of peace, but in a time of extreme pressure. You did all your pre-med courses through lockdowns, through isolation, and many of us got sick during that same time. You studied through chaos. You learned compassion while the world around you was burning down. And instead of retreating, you stepped forward. That's why you're here today. So this coat of armor is not a coat of armor for yourself. It really is a coat of armor for others. In the last few years, we lost a lot of time, a lot of people, and a lot of people lost faith. So we also lost a lot of sense of control, but we gained something. And that thing is a generation of future physicians that are already here and are ready to endure because you already have. And the truth is that the challenges that are coming for you, pandemics, AI, misinformation, bioethics, environmental change, global healthcare collapses, will come to you much faster, much more complex, and more personal than anything that I had ever gone through in my training or your attendings or your faculty. But so has your ability to meet these challenges. Why? Because you've already done it. You've already proved yourself. That's why you're here. You're not here to repeat what medicine has already done. You're here to repeat, you're here to lead and create what medicine should be. So, I'm going to offer you a plan, basically 4 things that I kind of try to stick by as I go through my journey and constantly seeing patients and tragedy and success. One is always be curious and don't ever just be certain. Never stop asking better questions. 2 is pick your grounding over your ego. Your humanity and humility is your greatest strength and your best diagnostic tool. Connection over isolation. Your peers and your patients are your greatest strengths. And presence over performance. When you're present, you'll perform to the highest ability and your healing of people will start. So I'm going to leave you with a mission. Medicine today is global, it's cross borders, it crosses cultures, and it's cross-disciplinary. I saw this firsthand throughout the United States when COVID was spreading drastically. Leaders in this room started mass COVID testing sites and treatment sites to help our society and our communities. In Dominica, working with the government, leaders, people about the community and the healthcare system, they led to protect the country. And in communities all around the world, testing was done at rapid speeds to stop the spread of disease. And compassion changed really everything. So the white coat doesn't stop at your clinic door. It travels, it builds, and it reaches lots of places. So in closing, I'm going to ask you to don't just wear your white coat, but grow into it. Let it carry your values. Let it sharpen your instincts. Let it keep you humble, because one day, some patient's going to tell you that that doctor didn't just save my life, he restored my faith. And when that moment comes, you'll rise to that occasion and not hesitate. You'll step forward and you'll do it time and time again because you've already done it to this date. That's who you are now. So thank you for joining us, being part of American Canadian School of Medicine. The class keeps growing. This class is the largest class to date with just over 55 students with both programs together. The university is growing to over 100 students, as Dr. Amadi said, with our clinical campus, both in Pennsylvania as well as in Palm Springs, California, both really, really elite, great clinical campuses where you'll have all the different residency options and programs to go into, build relationships, and all the things that we talked about in the past when you guys started deciding to come here. So God bless Dominica, God bless all our students, the families, everybody that can't be here today, and thank you for joining us. And again, thank you very much. So, everyone.
Thank you, Drs. Amadi and Bagapour, and Mr. James, for your characteristically, may I say, energetic and impassioned words of guidance and inspiration to our students. It's now my pleasure to introduce the President of the Axom Student Governance Association, Mr. Daniel Broomfield, who will welcome the new class of students. Mr. Broomfield.
So, Prime Minister of the Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mrs. Skerritt, honorable members of the Cabinet, Your Worshipful Carrie Brady Prince, Mayor of Portsmouth, Permanent Secretaries, Dr. Arvind Bangapur, Chairman of the Board of Axom, Mr. Kerry James, President of Axom, Dr. Rahman Ahmadi, Dean and Chief of Academic Affairs of Axom, staff of Axom, students of Axom, invited guests, members, and media. Ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, the class of 2029. It is my honor to stand before you today as the president of the Student Government Association and as someone who sat exactly where you're sitting not too long ago. I can remember at my white coat ceremony, my emotions were a mixture of nervousness and excitement. My outlook was golden and optimistic. Almost 2 years later, and I can tell you that I still have those same feelings. I'm currently going into my 4th semester and preparing to take the USMLE Step 1 in November. When I look back, I'm really happy that I made the choice to come here. Axom is filled with faculty and staff who are passionate about your growth and success. But make no mistake, the outcome you obtain here depends on how you handle the challenges and the setbacks to come. So today, I want to talk to you about persistence. If there's one quality that defines the journey through medical school, perhaps even more than intelligence, it's the quiet, intrinsic, and relentless quality of persistence. You are going to rely on this trait more than ever before. There may be moments of self-doubt because you're struggling to understand a concept. You may be faced with long hours of studying. There might be days when it feels like you don't know the answers to questions in small group sessions, even though you spent several hours studying the night before. In addition to this, medicine will test you in ways that are not always academic. You might experience conflict among your peers, your spouse, children, extended family, or friends may require your attention or support at home. There may be times when you feel pulled in multiple directions and want to give up, or the path forward seems unclear. And that's when persistence becomes your most valuable character trait. It will be the voice inside that says, just one more step. Every time you choose to keep going, to revise your study notes, to ask for help, to show up to class tired but still willing to learn, you will slowly grow into the kind of physician that our communities need. A physician who doesn't quit and realizes that every problem has a solution, even though it may not be appearing yet. A physician who walks by faith as well as by sight. Persistence is not about perfection, but rather it is the decision to stay in the fight, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's inconvenient, and especially even when you're unsure of the outcome. This white coat is a symbol of your commitment and willingness to persist, despite what the odds may be. So to my new fellow colleagues, when the road gets tough, remember what it took to get here. Remember that you do not walk this path alone. There's an African proverb that says, it takes a village to raise a child, and you are now that child in this village of medicine. You are surrounded by eager classmates, seasoned upperclassmen, and expert faculty who would gladly offer guidance and support. You are surrounded by a community that recognizes the wealth of potential encapsulated in that white coat. So as you start your journey here at Axum, remind yourself, keep going, keep showing up, keep choosing to persist through the growing pains, keep walking into your future. Congratulations and welcome to our diverse student body of brilliant and creative minds. Never forget that your success lies not just in your intelligence, but in your refusal to quit. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Broomfield, for your thoughtful words and helping to welcome and set peer expectations for our new students. I'd now like to invite Mr. James back to the podium to make our formal introduction to our honoured guest today, the Honourable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of Dominica. Mr. James.
I, as president, wanted to take the honor of being able to introduce the Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit of the Commonwealth of Dominica. I can truly say without his support, this university would simply not be here. And it's the collaboration and the partnership of his cabinet, too many to mention by name, and all the things that we've went together, but certainly with the Minister of Education and the Minister of Health, and really just the support of the entire Dominican community. But we are forever grateful for our new home and the partnership. And without any further comment, it's my honor to introduce Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me, first of all, recognize my cabinet colleagues. I would like, in a very special way, to recognize Dr. Arvin Bagapore and Dr. Amadi, Mr. Kerry James, Ambassador Charles and his wife. And I want to say that we have in Arvin and Dr. Amadi and Kerry three decent gentlemen who the government has had the honor to do business with. And they were so we were so impressed with them and so confident in them and with their ethical standards and their professionalism that we gave them the campus before even signing an agreement with them. I entrusted $100 million with them because I was confident that we would get into business with some decent people. And I have seen that suspicion turn into reality. And I want to recognize it. I want to recognize all of you who are here, and in particular, the class of 2029. Thank you sincerely for the kind invitation to participate in this important and meaningful ceremony, which marks your formal transition into the study and practice of medicine. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each of you for the dedication, discipline, and courage that have brought you to this point. Choosing a career in medicine is a noble decision, which reflects a deep sense of purpose and genuine desire to serve humanity. You are embarking on a journey that will demand your intellect, your compassion, and your resilience. It will challenge you in ways you have yet to imagine. But it will also reward you with the privilege of making a lasting difference in the lives of others. I must tell you that today, as the American Canadian School of Medicine convenes its 5th such ceremony, I am filled with a deep sense of pride. I remember joining Arvin and Kerry and the team just over 3 years ago as we planned for the opening of the school. At that time, there were many who saw only uncertainty ahead. But the government of Dominica placed confidence in the vision and in the founders and faculty of ASCOM. And in return, ASCOM placed its confidence in Dominica, its people, its promise, and its future. That mutual trust has borne fruit. I wish to express my sincere gratitude to the leadership of the American Canadian School of Medicine for their steadfast partnership, for choosing Dominica as the home of this institution, and for their continued commitment to building a medical school of high repute and academic excellence. For those of you who do not know, I want to say to you that Dominica provided the United States with the most physicians at any given time, over a very long time. And I have no doubt that Dominica shall provide the world with the most physicians in any of our periods through ASCOM. And we're very confident of this. Because if you want to do well in medicine, you come to study in Dominica. As you grow, you are demonstrating that you are committed to quality, to equity, and to producing doctors who will serve communities around the world with compassion and professionalism. I am told that today we are celebrating the arrival of 52 new students. I want to welcome you to Dominica. This is your home. This is a safe place to live and to study. And please make some time to enjoy our beautiful country. There's whale watching, there are hot springs, there are lakes, there are waterfalls, there are rivers, there are lots of hiking, cultural activities. You are in the best place to study and to live. Welcome to the Commonwealth of Dominica, all of you. I'm also informed that applications for the upcoming January 2026 intake have already doubled compared to the same time last year, a clear sign of the growing interest and confidence in ASCOM. Congratulations to all of you. Because this is not ordinary growth. This is exponential. What ASCOM has built here, starting with just a few students and faculty members, has already blossomed into a fully functional internationally aligned institution. This is resilience. This is what it looks like when people invest hard work to turn a dream into reality. The impact of the American Canadian School of Medicine extends well beyond the boundaries of the campus. It is becoming an integral part of the economic and social fabric of Portsmouth and the wider Dominican community. Local landlords are again welcoming international students as tenants, creating a steady stream of rental income. Supermarkets, restaurants, and other small businesses have experienced increased demand, fueled by the growing student population and the institution's day-to-day operations. New jobs have been created for the Dominican people. In little time, this university has firmly established itself as a valuable contributor to Dominica's development and as a growing center of academic excellence, economic activity, and professional growth. As we celebrate this success, let me take a moment to speak directly to the students who don their white coats today. Know that you are receiving a world-class education right here in Dominica. And you are doing so in an environment that is rich in culture, community spirit, and care for others. The road ahead will be long. Medicine, after all, is not just a career. It is a calling. It is a vocation. But remember, you are not walking it alone. You are part of a growing, supportive academic community, a school that has your interests at heart, and a country that has welcomed you with open arms. To the parents and loved ones of today's white coat recipients, thank you for entrusting your sons and daughters to this school and to this country. We do not take that trust lightly, and will ensure that your children are safe in the Commonwealth of Dominica. And to the students, new and continuing, I say, wear your white coats with pride, but also with humility. They are symbols of a responsibility to uphold the highest standards of ethical practice, to treat each patient with empathy and dignity, and to remain forever committed to learning and excellence. We look forward to the impact you will make as future physicians, healers, and leaders in healthcare. To the leadership of the American Canadian School of Medicine, I once again extend heartfelt congratulations. Your perseverance and your commitment to excellence have brought us to this point. The government of Dominica stands with you and will continue to support your growth, your goals, and your global ambitions. You have 100% support of the government of Dominica where ASCOM is concerned, and you can take this confidence. And we shall do everything possible to provide you with the support and the encouragement so that the school can grow from lips to lips. And as you know, you have full and unfettered access. The students will have full and unfettered access to a healthcare system. And Dominica may be one of the few countries where students will have true access to primary health care, which is an important part of medicine. And you have access at all levels of it. So your children will be getting the best exposure to medical practice in Dominica, hands-on exposure. And I'm sure the students are excited about this. And so we look forward to even greater achievements in the years ahead as this institution grows in stature, attracts talented students from across the world, and produces doctors who will serve with skill, compassion, and purpose. Dominica is proud to walk this journey with you. May God bless all of you. May God bless our country, Dominica, and may God bless ASCOM. Thank you very much.
I want to just say something to our students. You may not realize just how extraordinary this moment is. In very few other countries, if any, would the head of the national government personally attend a white coat ceremony. Let alone make such incredibly inspirational comments to us all. The Prime Minister's presence here today is a powerful reminder of the value this nation places on your education, your journey, and your future as physicians. We are deeply grateful, Honourable Prime Minister, for your continued support and for the honour you have brought to this occasion. Thank you. I would now like to request that Doctors Che and Sanchez de Leon come down to their marks on the floor. And I would also like to invite Ms. Amanda Massacott, our Manager of Student Advising Services, to the podium. Okay, Ms. Massacott, over to you.
Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct pleasure to introduce you to the class of 2029. Joyce Abumer, Emmanuel Agimang. Al-Hadawi Amani Ambush. Megan answered Manahil and Asim. Nikolai Boggs, Haley Bower. Fabian Calderon, Samuel Chukwuneke. Ethan Baxter Combs, Imani Dempsey. Thomas Dobbins, Cecil Durant. Jakayla Falorine Hines, Arash Gafuzadel. Delilah Gennady, Abby Homestone. Wheeler Jackson, Roxanne Johnson. Ariana Justice, Handsome Kim. Aliyah Lawson Zong Mading. Joshua Martinez, Denisa Mate. Alana Newby, Akila Nicholas. Chino Ohanale, Penelope Perez. Sarah Shipa Karanbir Singh. Nias Pilotro Giovanni Sponzilli. Carter Standridge, Abigail Susek. Angelo Tenio, Imogene Tyson. Ralph Van den Hout, Milani Jonathan. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2029. Thank you, you can sit down. I would also like to recognize our Prep for Success students, Lafisul, Lasisi, Olusogan Ayola, Khadija Amber Ages, Amy Albertane, Caitlin O'Callaghan, Taylor Medlin, Gerlin Bopari, Kylie Tan, and a daughter of the soil, Miss Selena McLawrence. Thank you. I wish you all much success.
Thank you, Ms. Massacott, and Dr. Che and Dr. Sanchez de Leon. It was well worth all those hours of practice and training to get those coats on, right? We'll bring you back next time. And now, welcome Dr. Abiola Omadan, faculty in the Department of Anatomy and our Assistant Dean of Admissions, who will lead our new students and any MDs in the audience who may wish to reattest in reciting the Declaration of Geneva. Dr. Abiola.
Thank you very much. Good day, everyone. Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica. Please allow me to stand on the established protocol already. Thank you very much. Students, I would want you to stand up right now, as well as any willing medical practitioner in the house that would love to renew their oath of compassionate care. Before we go ahead, I want you to understand that today marks the beginning of your journey into this noble profession of medicine. So as you recite these oaths today, I want you to remember that these words are more than just tradition. They are a commitment to integrity, to compassion, and to service. So may these oaths guide your actions, shape your values, and remind you always of the privilege it is to care for others. Let's lift our right hand, and then you can recite after me. I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity, the health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit consideration of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of this medical profession. I will give to my teachers, my colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Now, please permit me the honor of introducing officially and handing these students over to the Dean of American Canadian School of Medicine, Dr. Amadi.
Thank you, Dr. Abiola. As we reach the concluding part of this ceremony, we would like to present some tokens of our appreciation for their attendance to some of our honoured guests. And Mr. Daniel Broomfield will begin by presenting some floral presentations. First of all, to the Honourable Octavia Alfred, Minister of Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training and National Excellence. And as is the tradition on this campus at Whitecoats, we also present flowers to the wife of the campus dean, which is Mrs. Cherry White. And now I'd like to invite Mr. James to make a presentation, a specially commissioned trophy in recognition of the people and government of Dominica, to be presented to the Prime Minister. Mr. James. We always have two of those made, and one is presented to the government or an official representative, and the other one is retained in our cabinet in the foyer. And I look forward to the time when we need an extra cabinet for all of these trophies. Now, I'd be grateful if you would all remain seated to allow the Prime Minister, government ministers, and other dignitaries to leave the auditorium. Thank you.